And we're live. What's up, man? This is Eric. We got Zach again.
Hello.
Hello.
So, we were just talking about you say you're taking improv classes.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So like, how
did you get into that?
yeah, how do you go about like, what made you want to do it?
Well, I always wanted to be like a comedian or whatever,
Okay.
but I also am bad at conversation. So improv, it's kind of the best of both worlds. Kind of just
Challenge yourself. Almost.
yeah, just
Yeah.
like completely fucking terrified the whole time.
That's awesome. Though.
Yeah, I mean, you got some of the best things are, you got to just face your fears to get to them.
Yeah.
That's kind of what, a lot of things like that, life choices like that. You got to really commit like to doing so. You might not want to do a lot of it just like that.
Yeah.
Throw yourself into it.
Well, what makes me feel a lot better is that I don't know any of these people.
Yeah.
Which is
dude,
good.
That's kind of the good part about taking any kind of class sometimes. It's like you don't have to worry about like, oh, I don't know that, are they going to like think, I gotta know this, or
Yeah.
it's like, no, because you can just like, you can go in there, I don't give a fuck, I don't know anything, guys.
Yeah. I'm just going to shoot off the hip and hope that people laugh at it.
Exactly.
I mean, sometimes people, like there was this one dude in like my first class, he said something just like overtly racist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just like, just real racist. I don't remember what he said. It was bad. It was really, really bad.
He was trying to
Just go
shoot
over
from
the
the hip
line.
way too much.
Yeah.
And he was just like, first thing that comes to mind, something really racist. Oh, shit.
Oh,
Yeah, racism is funny, right? Me and all my white friends in my small town think it's funny.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
That's awesome, though.
People making fucking jackasses out of themselves.
Yeah,
That's
it gets bad. I
That's
mean,
the
like
best part, though.
we'll joke about like fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Like the one time they just gave me like pretend to read a book. So I sat down and I started pretending that it was like a picture book,
Okay.
and I'm just like laughing at it and stuff like that, just like, pretend. And then my bad. And then what?
No, you're good.
No, you're
All
good.
right, we'll just blur that out. And then somebody like sits down like it's a kindergarten class or something, and they're just like, so why are those people all skinny? They just said something like that, and I took it in my head. I'm just like, skinny, right? So they're talking about the Holocaust, right? That's fucked up to say, but I totally did it.
Yeah, some of that shit just comes to your mind.
Yeah. And then somebody else sat down. They're like, why are those buildings all round? I'm just like, well, here's Nagasaki before. And then I like flipped open the picture.
Wait, so you say like a sentence, like you continue their sentence
Yeah.
type of
Yeah.
thing? Yeah.
That's cool. They make up scenarios like that. That's
Mhm.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's all
Extra
based
set.
off this thing called yes and. You're just not supposed to say no, and you're not supposed to be negative either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like sometimes people are just like, hey, I got you this watch, and they're like, that's not a watch, that's a fish. You're fucking dumb, or something like that. And that's not really anything.
Yeah. There was a movie or something named like something like that, wasn't there?
Huh?
The hell am I thinking of?
Is it Don't Think Twice?
Yes, Man.
Yes, man.
And it's the same concept. He
Dude,
can't say
only-
no.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, and it's like that was a funny movie.
Yeah.
Is
that
it
was-
like, what was his
Jim
name?
Carrey. Jim Carrey. That's
yeah.
what it was. Yeah.
Mm. Zoe Deschanel was in that movie too. Fucking love her, man.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who he is. I can't think of her.
You ever seen New Girl before?
No.
Really?
No. I don't know that I have either. Yeah.
Like, picture the girl that you guys think I would be into. That's it.
I can think of it,
All
though.
right.
Just like glasses, it's all quirky, just breaks out into song. Shit like that. Plays a ukulele.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's what I'm into.
All right. Here we
I'm down
go.
with the ukulele.
Ladies, you got it.
You got a
Right there. You
ukulele?
just said it.
Mm-hmm.
If you like my voice.
Oh shit. No, this is cool. I don't know, the cool part, like we were just talking about, it's like I don't think just like you were saying, you don't even remember who I am. I've never had a full conversation with you in my life yet.
Yeah,
You're on podcast number 8. It's awesome. I love it.
that's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's an honor, I
great.
suppose.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, shit.
I mean, nobody really has any fucking conversations anymore.
Yeah, no,
At all.
That's the problem.
It's annoying.
That's really the problem. People are like super
That's
weird.
what we always talk. They always like have these like weird like cop out things where like sometimes you'll be talking to somebody and like, I don't know. They'll be like, "What are you trying to do?" Like, rob a bank, or like, I
Yeah.
don't know. Like they'll
Yeah.
say like
They just
something like
say something
stupid to like
stupid.
kill the conversation almost.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, there's a lot of ways to like keep a conversation. I don't know.
Don't you
like,
guys ever wonder like what? I don't know. This might sound a little mean. What stupid people talk about?
I don't think they talk much.
Yeah, no. Well, okay. I know what you mean. It's hard to like think about though, because it's like.
Do they get deep or do they just like?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
they-
Just have surface conversation like about their day and like that's it.
Or they just
Really?
think about their. They just talk about their next meal
Yeah,
or something.
They're
Well,
just
even they'll talk about dinner while
Yeah.
they're eating lunch.
yeah.
Some
yep.
shit like that.
Yeah, just because they don't have anything else to talk about.
It's
That's funny.
Or
Like
they
this
probably
might be
get
a
like
little mean.
really into something specific, like so they could just talk about that, like, or I don't know, like
Yeah, if they're into like
sports
cars or something like that. Yeah,
racing or NASCAR or
At least
something.
they got
like
that.
yeah. Those people are just smart, but in like a dumb way.
Smart about one thing. Yeah,
I don't want to talk shit on people who love cars or whatever.
No,
I'm
no,
just-
no, no. It's not. Yeah. No, but there is a difference between like you could be like street smart versus like book smart. It's like where you have a lot of common sense. Whereas like there could be somebody who just graduated from like 3-4 year colleges that would get hit crossing the road because they forgot to look both ways.
Yeah.
Something stupid like that. It's common sense. Whereas
I just left their moped at home, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Some people are really good at just like absorbing information and like remembering it.
Yeah.
They're like calculators, but some other people are like more nuanced.
Definitely.
I don't know, man. I wonder all the fucking time what people talk about.
Or just
Just-
what they think.
Yeah, or just what they think.
Think is the
I'm
biggest thing. Yeah.
That's just I don't understand why people don't want to talk. Like, when was the last time you guys been in like a bar, like PC pub or something?
I've only been to a bar like once.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even like.
You're not missing anything. It's terrible.
Yeah, no, because nobody even nobody even talked. I was there one time. Actually, I went with a buddy though, so like we were talking, but like aside from that, I mean, all right, no, there were some people having some conversations, but like it's so loud and like
Yeah.
all like I don't know, why not just do the same thing in like a more controlled like area?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a difference, I guess, if you want to like go out, if you're meeting like a bunch of friends or something like particular celebration or something like that, that's different. But
Yeah. Like hanging out with friends, it's fun as
Yeah.
hell. But like meeting new people, it's like fucking
it's
impossible.
like they like try to make it like more of a thing than it needs to be. Like we can just sit down and have a conversation like we are right now, but like people think you gotta like, oh, I gotta like set a
Go out.
time out of my day to like go to the bar so I can like have like some normal like,
Yeah.
and they still don't even it's like
Just like loud ass shitty dance music and stuff.
yeah. So and that's the other thing, you don't even like all this shit that's like on.
I know.
They'll be playing like a sports event that you don't even like, or like something like that.
Like golf or
Yeah,
tennis.
like golf. I don't like golf.
Yeah.
I can't watch golf at
Yeah.
least.
I'll play golf when I'm like 55,
Yeah,
60.
maybe. That's what I'm saying.
When I'm ready to, when I'm just like packing it in. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this until I die.
This golf is gonna be the game right there.
It's not even a sport. It's just a game. It's just a board game that you play in real life.
It's like big beer pong.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Big beer pong.
it's like
There
beer
we go.
pong on a field.
Yeah. You just get loaded, drive around in a golf cart.
I don't know many people who probably played sober.
No.
I think that's kind of like the theme.
knows?
Is just like
I don't know anybody who watches a baseball game sober.
No.
I couldn't watch a baseball game.
It's so
I don't-
boring.
Yeah, that's one of the most boring ones for me. I
You just
can't.
go to yell at the other team.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just like watching one of those games live, they just have like the weirdest banter between like
Yeah.
fucking geriatrics just talking to each other, joking around, making like Bob Barker jokes.
Bob Barker.
Yeah, I mean
My
that's
man.
Shout outs.
Oh yeah,
Oh, shit.
name drop. Sorry.
No, no.
Shout outs to Bob Barker. He's still out here running shit.
Bill
Yeah.
Nye, man.
Bill
You
Nye.
hear about Bill Nye's new show? I haven't actually fully checked it out. Still.
He's gotten a lot of shit about his sexuality spectrum thing.
Oh yeah.
I watched the video of that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, like they said in the '90s, they're like, oh, there's only two genders, and he's like, it's a spectrum now, and I'm just like,
Oh.
well, it's fine, I guess that's true. But
yeah, I
people-
see what you-
like
yeah,
I
see
see
what you're
why
saying.
people disagree with it because people got to catch up. Because like
Yeah.
like you guys ever realize like before 2008, before Obama, when George Bush was in office, like nobody was vegan. Nobody was like
Really?
ate organic food. Nobody
Really?
gave a shit. Remember the Double Down? It was a fucking bacon and cheese sandwich with fried chicken as the bun. That was 2008.
Oh shit.
Now I got juice bars and like frozen yogurt. Fair trade. And I'm not bitching about it. It's awesome, but I'm just like
Oh yeah.
people need to catch up. So like a year ago,
Yeah, people. Yeah, I mean,
I wonder if it's just because like the internet, everyone's just getting so much information all the time.
it's too much, man.
Yeah.
it's too. It's definitely too much. There is
Yeah.
too much information. Yeah. You never
There's
know
too much,
what's
like,
real.
Shitty. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. There's too much. Just like, I'm not even sure if this is real.
You're
like,
never. Yeah, you can never
information.
No,
be
you're
sure.
never sure.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's like a legitimate like site or something, you still gotta be like skeptical sometimes because like shit can be like, especially with how the internet works. And,
I don't
how
even like.
websites
I don't
work.
even know what a legitimate site is these days, man.
Yeah,
I just
yo,
want, I
you
wish
would
there
have
was
to
like
really look into it.
truefacts like .com and like nothing but the truth is like Wikipedia, but like truth.
That's
Wouldn't
what Wikipedia was until they were like, oh, but don't listen to anything on that.
Yeah, yeah. You can't go on Wikipedia because people can edit it.
Yeah,
I go on Wikipedia all the time, man. I can tell when that's bullshit. People just go on there, just like.
I mean, usually if somebody's putting legit stuff on something like that, they'll like cite it full out with all their, so you know, so like it's pretty simple to follow the trail and figure out where
You get to like read like 30 different like
Yeah.
articles to like
to find out
proof.
which journalist like figured it out on their like you
Yeah.
know like yeah, that's the only way really you know for sure. Of, like, and even then, journalists don't tell the full truth. They
Mm.
want to make a story.
Yeah, they want to be. It's all clickbait now.
And
man.
that's kind
That's
of the
what I'm
problem.
saying.
That's kind of the other good thing about a podcast is like people like all these like even just news. They like twist shit around and like why don't you just tell us how it is? And then you listen to the news and shit every day and it's like you're just hearing like a million bad things. It's like,
Yeah.
What about all the good shit?
Oh, fuck the news, man.
Yeah.
The local news.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The local news. That's the
Like,
worst.
They
You
just tell you about like
all the guns that went
Yeah.
off and
The
like
local
how
murder
many
report.
people died. And if nobody died in the Philadelphia area, they'll go to like another part of the
oh
country.
hell yeah, yeah.
It's
they'll-
like in
they'll-
Ohio. And then they have to mention.
yeah.
Fuck.
No,
Local-
They
that's
have
you
to
good.
mention like if there's like a small child. It's fucked up. They're just
yeah.
using them.
Oh my god, yeah.
Somebody died, man. Wouldn't want anybody to like report on my death.
I
at
wouldn't
all.
want the whole world.
I
to
mean,
know
and
that
it's
I died.
good, like news, like they cover, they cover what's going on. You know, if down the street you got a bunch of sirens going off and you want to know what's going on, well, the news is going to tell you, but there's certain way, there are procedures on things, and and plus, like, it's just a journalist that's out there trying to get the facts, and if they
Yeah.
can't get the facts as easy as they want to, well, they're going to do what they need to do to get the fact. I'm not saying like in a crooked way, not necessarily. It could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, they gotta make the story regardless. It's something that happened and they have to cover it. So
They gotta get those likes on Facebook, man.
That's
That's
it.
what it's all about.
it's all about that Facebook,
What
man.
if it was a day where not much shit happened? Now they're just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Now we just have to turn nothing into something.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of those
So-
stories about like a study that like
Yeah.
blueberries give you cancer. Bullshit. Blueberries don't give you cancer.
It's something I
That's
read on
crazy.
the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like that. Those broad statements are the problem, because like, okay, yeah, what blueberries? They just that's where
Yeah.
all the cancer came from in the world because
Yeah.
they're blue.
It's
They're
just-
naturally growing blueberries. No, it's probably because you used a bunch of pesticides and figured out that kind of thing
Well, no,
causes cancer, and now
Yeah.
you just said, oh, blueberries cause cancer.
And they just sucked off the pesticide and threw the blueberries
Yeah.
out.
It's not
It's
even like
blueberries.
blueberries give you cancer. It's like, do blueberries kill you? New studies shown when rats
Yeah.
are injected with 5 pounds of blueberry, they do not survive. Or something like.
They go the other way. Yeah.
Or like that whole pot thing when they tested it on monkeys. They put gas masks on them and just pumped pot smoke.
it's like you
They're like, it
can't-
kills your brain cells.
Yeah,
like, no
not-
shit, there's no oxygen.
That's the thing. You pump anything in there,
Mhm.
anything else, you still it's the same exact thing's gonna happen. Yeah.
Deprive a brain from oxygen for a couple minutes, they'll do the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Those monkeys,
All the
man.
monkeys.
All those monkeys
Oh, it's
in
so
the
messed
50s. There's some they did something cool about monkeys real quick. A study that was actually cool with monkeys. Like there was, it's called the 100th monkey experiment.
Okay.
And basically like these kid monkeys taught their parents, like try to teach their parents how to like clean their fruit before they eat it and stuff, and the parents just couldn't figure it out. They just couldn't. They're just like, I don't know. They squished the banana, shoved it in their mouth. So that those monkeys grew up, they taught their kids how to, clean the shit. Since they're kids, they like, gathered the information. Then the next generation, they didn't have to teach them. They already knew how to fucking. It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's like
That is crazy.
like collective consciousness hippie shit like that.
Yeah.
That's like one proof,
Yeah.
or like how easy it is today for somebody to learn how to drive a car compared to like when cars were first invented and people died
it's
all
like
the
almost
fucking
a
time.
natural talent at this point. Yeah, exactly.
You're just like, oh, okay, like I get it. You turn the wheel, you press a couple pedals.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like there's like it's basically the same thing. There's like these monkeys. I always watched this like one animal show before I went to school in the morning, and like there's always this one special with these like monkeys in like Asia, and they go into hot springs to like it was like snowing and shit. Like they lived in like cold areas, but they go into hot springs and chill there like all day, and the people just started like feeding them like sweet potatoes after a while. And like all the monkeys, like for some reason they'd all go down the ocean and like wash their sweet potatoes off. And they said it was just like a learned behavior. Like one of them started doing it, and like all of a sudden they all started doing it. And like I don't know, it's like almost like not even like they're washing it off. It's just like a ritual at this point because they're giving them clean sweet potatoes, not like they're dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just like one of them saw them do
those are
it.
just unsweet potatoes.
Yeah, salty potatoes. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
A bunch
Monkeys
of stuff.
are the future, you guys.
Monkeys are the past and the future.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I always see like crazy stuff with like monkeys are like entering into like the Stone Age or something like that. It's like I don't know. It's not very widely accepted like scientific thing. I don't think, but
Well, there is a cautionary tale about it. Planet of the Apes.
yeah.
It happened on that twice. They remade it. Statue of Liberty is going to be falling into the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
That's the end of it.
Yeah.
That's where it leads to.
It's crazy. Like, you ever look into that whole, what the hell is it? The name of the continent that will form if the plates keep moving in the direction that they're moving. You know what I'm talking about?
I know there was Pangea, but there's going to be another one.
That was
That's
back in
no,
the
that's
day.
what I'm talking about.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, they thought like everything basically was just gonna like keep moving around the world and just form into one landmass. You know how crazy that would be?
Yeah.
It started off
Well,
Yeah,
as Pangea.
yeah.
It was all. That's like the.
But it was supposed to like come all the way and form on the other side of it. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
because of how they were moving. You know how much land we would lose though, just on like
Just
how
crushed
crushing,
together.
yeah, and
Make new
just
mountains, though.
stretching. Oh yeah, volcanoes, all sorts of shit. We'd
No,
probably
they'd be going off. They'd
Yeah.
just immediately start going off. Make new land out in the ocean.
Oh my god, there's this thing I saw on Facebook like a while ago. It's on my page somewhere. This like cruise ship was out in the middle of the ocean somewhere, and they saw like a bunch of debris in the water. They didn't know what it was. It looked like coral or something that that must have like floated up from the bottom. Well, like they decide to go in the middle of all of it. So they go
Smart.
through it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Exactly. But so they decide to do it, right? They're in the middle, and they were like, I don't know, they got a little sketched out, so they kept going, and they wound up, they were like, I don't know, a couple football fields away maybe, and all of a sudden, like, it was a volcano erupting underneath the water, and it just like blew up outside the
Oh,
water,
man.
and then as soon as like the smoke cleared, it was like a landmass.
Yeah.
It like if their boat was there, it would have just got like
Fried.
imploded. Yeah.
It's like Pompeii
Into
all over
rock.
again.
Oh my gosh, it would have been crazy.
It's fucking-
Moral of the story: if
That's
you're out
insane.
on a cruise ship and you see a bunch of shit in the water, don't go through it. It's not a good
yeah.
idea.
It's like a little kid touching a stove.
That's
basically.
what I mean. What the hell? What the hell kind of captain was driving that ship that
It's like
that
the
he
horror
decided to
movie.
go through it? I
What's that? Yeah, let's fuck with it a little bit.
Especially in a boat. You don't go over any debris in the water with a boat. Like, even if it's big.
That brings us back to how true was that shit.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Did you Google it?
Was it? I didn't look into it. I don't got time for that, man. It's like, if I see something cool, I'm just like, that's cool. I'm gonna share it.
I don't stand behind scientifically, but
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm not the scientist that's telling me about it,
I
but
like the story.
exactly.
And
If
a lot
it's
of people
true-
believe that Adam and Eve bullshit.
Oh yeah.
So you
Yep.
can believe in what the fuck you want, man.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We've already gone into like the beliefs and shit, man.
You
That's
guys are all my brothers, then technically.
that's what I'm saying. It's like
Beliefs.
if you want to
Blood
go,
brothers.
yeah. We talked about like religion and shit before, just like how people like believe such different things and still like I don't know. It's like
It's all the same thing, basically. It's
and
all the
that's-
same thing.
yeah, it's why you're like what you need the belief for. That's essentially what every religion is. It's
Yeah. Well, I feel like a lot of it is just like people want to know what happens after they die.
I think
and
it's
shit.
peace of mind. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah.
It's like, all right, I'm going to heaven, so I can just stop worrying about it now.
Yeah, but see, what's funny is they're worrying about it. They're spending their whole life worrying about not
Every
going to
Sunday,
heaven.
they're fucking worried about it.
Exactly, and that's what blows my mind. They're like, "Oh, we gotta like make sure that we're good and not worry about
Yeah.
what." But it's like, well, that's what you're doing every day of your life. You're worrying about what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, everybody's like always like probably worried about like
Oh,
death
yeah.
and shit like that,
Yeah.
especially if some shit happens or like you lose a loved one or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm in like the whole nihilistic part of it. I don't think any of it fucking matters.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not. I don't go either way here. It's just this is life.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
I like
I'm
life.
I'm living. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Life's fun.
Absolutely. If you make it.
Yeah.
But it could be miserable if you make it.
Yeah,
A
totally.
lot of people do.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I think back in the day, religion like served like a pretty important purpose, honestly. But nowadays, it's almost
Definitely.
it's like your appendix. It's like how it serves no purpose, but it's still a part of your body. It's
Yeah.
just kind of
Yeah.
like one of those things,
That goes
basically.
back to the whole like evolution thing. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we kind of just
But yeah, like back in the day, you think about it, it's just like you live in this like darkness, basically. Everyone around you dies all the time. So you're
Yeah.
just like,
Yep.
obviously everyone's like, there's probably gonna be a high level of just like, oh my god, this sucks.
Yeah, you're
we
right
need
there.
hope.
And
basically.
it gives them hope, and it gives them all like a reason to like come together and like help each other instead of like just
Yeah.
being like these like clan or like tribes of just like people that have no like similar like mindset. There's nothing
They
that
have
they
no-
can. They don't have language back there that they can even like.
well, I'm sure they had some sort of language, but
the
they
only-
didn't have
back
any
then,
way.
the only
To,
language was the fucking like the priest. Well, that's after the church like shut all language down.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and that's depending on where
Yeah.
you're talking too. It's yeah, that's a whole different. But like they didn't have any way to like clearly, like
They had nothing similar to each
like
other.
survive, and they didn't understand any of the things that were killing them. So
Yeah.
they're just left and right. People are just dying. They're just like, well, what the hell are we doing here then?
Yeah.
So like then yeah, you go into religion. Well, it gives them a reason for why they're there, what they're gonna do next. You know, it's everything they were looking for.
Yeah.
It's you're right.
Yeah, everybody
Brings
wants
them
like
together.
a purpose
Yeah.
and shit too.
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody wants a purpose. Everyone believes in
I mean, yeah,
fate
you're
a little bit.
you're spending every day, especially like you were saying back in the day. In way back, when you were talking tribes and stuff like that, just very small groups of people. There's there's no way for them to know what's coming. They were just dying, and they
They're
don't
getting eaten by shit that doesn't even exist anymore.
exactly.
Saber-toothed tigers. Imagine seeing that shit just
Yeah,
walking
right?
down the street.
And you don't even, like it's not like today where you already know they exist and where they probably live, and like if you're in that area, well, no, they ain't no shit. They come around the corner and there's a fucking giant ass tiger with big teeth already biting into them.
Yeah.
It's like,
Shit.
what are we gonna do now? It's like,
Well, they died. Yeah,
Yeah.
it sucks.
What's this? Probably like the like creeping like just like oh my god. I know my brother just got like mauled by this tiger, and I know like my other brother got like killed by a bear, and like the other one got killed by like that other tribe. It's just like everything's trying to fucking kill me.
Yeah. Better pray.
Yeah.
Better pray.
Exactly.
At least I can like group up with the other people that have just let's just pray.
And I feel like this is another situation where people kind of need to catch up, in my opinion. Like we,
Just
back
rip
in
the
the day,
Band-Aid
it was
off.
almost like you almost couldn't stay sane without believing in something
Yeah.
more than what your little family was or something. So, but nowadays it's not like that. I feel
I know.
like things are so much different, and I feel like people like aren't. They're still stuck in that kind of a mindset where they should have like kind of progressed.
Yeah.
Communication,
And
just,
that's
like,
kinda where-
changes everything.
Yeah, and that's kind of where like the younger generations are. Obviously, everybody has realized the younger generations are much different than
Yeah.
the older
I
generations.
mean, how many like outspoken Christians do you know?
Yeah,
I don't know any.
No.
I don't know a single one.
there's, I don't know. It's just people are how different people can get with stuff like that.
It's crazy. I mean, like the older religions, I feel like they got it more right than anybody, like Buddhism and Hinduism. Or
I was
like
just about to say
Taoism.
all that. I do agree with a lot of. They're very general, just very
Yeah.
life based though. They're not concentrating on something that they're not aware of. They're
Yeah.
concentrating on what's right in front of them. What are we looking at?
Mhm.
And that's kind of how you kind of should, to an extent. Obviously they still believe in like higher powers, all that, but to an extent you can pick out a good bit of those religions, I feel like, as anybody, and know that they're like legitimately, you can relate them to your life.
Yeah, man. Totally. I mean, it feels less like guidelines, more like suggestions.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially the way they kind of, it's like they almost teach you in school like to be religious, and I don't
Yeah.
like that. That is
Yeah.
so messed up. Just the fact that, like, I don't know, even just holidays off and stuff. Like, why does everybody celebrate every holiday? I mean,
Yeah.
not saying everybody,
Well,
some
we
people
we
don't,
put
but-
like candy in a couple, and there's like presents in another
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
and like I don't know Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure about that one. We just eat a shitload of food.
That's what I'm saying. We were talking about this before. Like, I don't even know what half the religions actually are. I mean, sorry, holidays actually are.
Yeah.
Like, I
Well,
don't
they're all
even pay
like they're all
attention.
pagan. They're all just all pagan. They're all pagan.
It
Like
just haven't
Easter
even-
was like
Oh, yeah.
like a fertility one. Everybody would just fuck each other, and like that's why there's a rabbit. You guys know rabbits multiply, and then an egg.
Oh, shit.
That's the seed of
That's
all
hilarious.
life or whatever. I don't know.
And you got Mother's Day and Father's Day is created by card company.
Yeah. Valentine's Day.
That blows my
Created by
mind.
money.
The only thing is, though, that one almost makes more sense than the rest of them to me, because it's a legitimate thing. You have everybody, has a mother and a father, and like you wouldn't really be doing what you're doing if it wasn't for them
Yeah.
most of the time. So
I mean, you wouldn't be here without them.
exactly. So
Shout outs.
it's
Shout
like,
out, mom and dad.
it's nice that they kind of reserved a day for everybody to recognize that.
Yeah.
But it's just a big
It's like that-
money stunt.
It's
Yeah.
almost like they built like almost like all this shit into the culture where it's just like
Oh yeah.
if you're a
Yeah.
good person, it just is common sense.
hmm
And it's like they have to like almost build it in the culture because like for some like how you're saying like some people are fucking crazy, like
hmm
some people it's not common sense to like be a decent person,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so they have to like remind you with these like traditions and like rules.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Oh man, American culture is so crazy.
It is.
Like sometimes I'll be doing something like American. I don't
It's like American.
just like American
Get
stuff.
self-conscious.
Depression, obesity,
You
American stuff.
You look
Yeah,
over
American.
your shoulder.
Terrorism, shit like that. And then
oh shit.
I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing right now? Like, you ever just scroll through Facebook and be like, what am I
Oh my
doing?
god, that's the worst. You get stuck in things, man.
Get stuck in those like good Facebook video ruts.
The
Yeah.
videos, man, yeah, because they just keep playing. That's how they get you, though. They designed it like
That's
that.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You're-
Just all those endorphins you get, like,
I
fucking,
know.
I fall for it all the time. Like, post a selfie on there, got some fine ass woman liking it. You're like, yes!
You get a charge.
You're just like,
charge.
all right.
It validates
funny.
you.
and then you got to do it again and again and again and again.
Social media in general, that's what, they developed all of those feelings in people, and it's almost that's another messed up part. Like, they're changing people in not a very good way.
I don't know if they designed it that way, but it definitely hits like some reward centers in
I'm
your
sure
brain.
it wasn't their plan, but
let's connect everybody. They had good intentions,
and they might not even like realize like the possibilities, but like it's just the way our minds are just like getting stuck on it, getting stuck in social media. We're like expecting
satisfaction.
Yeah, I like it. One thing I heard about like European countries talking about America, they think it's just fascinating that we always have to be consuming something. Like, you always see somebody like drinking a cup of coffee or smoking a cigarette or doing this or doing that. I mean, look at this. I'm fidgeting around.
I know.
I'm consuming the shit out of this.
You can't just be engaged with another person.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's so difficult.
I'm like the worst.
Well, it's just how we as a society are. It's like.
But ever since I was a little kid, I was like that. So it's like, was I born like that?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Was I born
evolution.
engineered?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. As a culture, that's what's happened to us over the years. It's not like each individual like throughout their life gets like that. It's just like how we are. It's we're not really set up for how life is right now.
It's going too quickly.
That's what I'm saying.
We're like 20,000-year-old computers running on 21st century technology.
Exactly.
It's fucked up, man.
Everything's just spinning around us, and we're like, okay, I guess I'll just do this.
Just grab like $1 bill out of the fucking thing.
Okay.
It's like all the leaps in like technology are like all exponential. So it's like they keep increasing faster and faster at like a higher rate. So
yeah, I mean they're saying
every
that
generation like can't be prepared for like what the next generation is gonna like. I don't know. I have no idea what like. If I have kids, I have no idea what they're gonna go through.
I'm not giving them a fucking phone. That's for sure.
Yeah,
there's 19-year-old dudes who have erectile dysfunction. They need Viagra. It's fucked up. They're just watching too much porn too often. Just jerking it till they can't jerk it anymore.
It's insane, man.
It's just like an old, like, wilted, like, thing.
Yeah. Just a wet spaghetti noodle.
Spewing dust out.
Even, like, just cartoons, man. It's just, it's ruining kids' brains.
Cartoons used
to be hell is
shit.
Why don't you just talk to them or, like, show them, like, something informational?
Yeah.
That's like they try to like make cartoons like this like fun kids kind of informational like learning show, and it's like, well, no, you just overthought that. It doesn't work.
It's just like a brain fart. Like all our kids shows are just like these crazy like brain farts like meant to like confuse you.
So you guys ever see Meet the Fockers or whichever one of them it was? You know how that guy like raises that little kid.
Yeah.
He talks to it like an adult and shit. That's what I feel like we need to do.
Yeah.
Why do we talk to kids like they're different? They need to learn what we already know. So why don't we talk to them about what we already know? Yeah. Wouldn't they be really fucking smart then? That's when they learn the best, right?
Yeah. A lot of.
I like the part where he put the boob on.
I know.
Yeah.
He made that thing. It's hilarious.
It's just crazy, man. I mean, me personally, I cannot talk to a child like, goo, 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 look at you. I feel like I'm talking to a cat. Mm-hmm. Fuck that.
I mean, we talk to like our pets like that. It's like, what? They can't even understand us.
Yeah, they can't understand us.
Why are we talking to somebody who we're trying to teach like the same way?
Yeah.
It's like you're not teaching them anything, obviously. It's stupid talk. And then it's like, like cartoons and all sorts of shit like that. Even books, even kids' books. They're like trying to like step it down. Like, yeah, they're stupid. They don't know anything. But like, why don't we try to like progress that progress? You know, progress that process.
Ease them into shit a little bit. I mean, one thing that I did notice about like kids and people like in general, like in society, people are like funnier than they ever have been, for sure. Yeah, people are so fucking funny.
That's definitely true.
And they get it.
Yeah.
They just get it. So that's like one good thing.
There's so many options.
What do you
Yeah.
think like humor was back in like the old times?
Yeah.
Like, it's probably a bunch of
Three
really,
Stooges.
Yeah, it was just like someone gets hit in the head with a stick, like
Yeah.
oh.
That's exactly
like,
the Three Stooges. That's exactly what comedy was. That's probably
Or like
what
in
it came.
ancient times. What was
that's what
funny
I'm
back
saying.
then?
That's what I was like.
Yeah.
They fart jokes. I mean, there's nothing.
He's like, it's still the same shit.
Yeah,
man.
it's probably
Come on.
still the same shit. There's no funnier fart joke
Somebody
than just a
falls
straight
down.
fart.
I mean, back then you probably had gnarly farts too.
Yeah.
Like you're like eating like dirt. Like you get like dirt farts.
It's like, like dirt. All
Drinking
sorts of shit.
shitty ass beer for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you have. You can't drink the water.
You get mead farts
Oh,
all day long.
Mead. I don't even know what mead is.
I know. I never drank it. I never want to.
Just so you can get it at like a tavern and whatever fantasy game you're playing. Apparently, you drink one and you can't even see straight. You just
Apparently. That's because of all the copper and impurities in it.
can't.
Drinking a bunch of chemicals. Oh boy.
Just ferment some bread and pour it in a cup. Here you go. It's mead. Just leave bread out for like a month.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be gross, man.
Prison hooch.
Prison hooch. Made in the back of a toilet.
Some oh boy, don't even get me started.
Get
man.
like
Don't
Twizzlers
get
from
Frank started on prison hooch.
That cracks me up, dude. Some of the
Yeah.
ways that like people in jail like find to like make shit or like, oh my god, it's
Yeah.
hilarious. I've heard some crazy shit.
people want to feel something in there, man. I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing Ring Around the Rosie, just spinning around.
Oh my god.
Anything you can get.
Anything, man.
Yeah, they just need that
Some-
buzz.
You know, where you might be better off just like reading and like spending your time.
Yeah.
You know, taking care of your body as much as possible and just like educating,
Fulfill your mind.
like learning it. Then like that would be probably the best route. But then you got them people that are like trying to find new ways to like smuggle shit through and like cook shit and like
Yeah.
it's like, dude.
People figure out ways, man. It gets through. I don't know. I don't really know how much it gets through though, but
Oh, it gets through. Depends how.
where you're at.
Yeah. Depends how deep. Depends how upstate you are.
You're way upstate.
Yeah, no, it gets through. Everything gets through.
Jesus.
I have heard some crazy stories like about some of this shit.
Mhm.
They like, I don't know, just with like food and stuff. That they these ways they find to like cook something without like using anything that they're not allowed to have, and like I don't know, like tattoos. You know, there's plenty of
Yeah.
tattoo guns and shit. Make out like staples and like I don't even know,
A
like
pen?
a pen that they give you, a specialized pen so that you can't like, so it's not sharp or it'll bend if you try to stab. And it's like they still find a way to like use the, and it's crazy, man.
Get little motors.
It's so funny.
Little motors.
Then again, if you had that much time to like look at one thing that you had and try to figure out what else you could do with it,
Yeah.
you could probably do so much, man. It's probably
You
fun.
got a lot of time.
It's probably what it is. It's probably
Yeah,
just
all the
fun
time.
after a while. You get like 3 inventions deep, and you're just like, oh man, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm a genius.
Some engineer gets arrested and he teaches all these fucking dudes in the jail how to like make bombs out of like
Yeah, see?
pens and toilet tubes.
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
Just
you know,
MacGyver goes
Yeah.
to jail.
picks up the pen. Oh, you know what this has in it?
Ooh.
You guys don't even know about this.
This has ditriplomethamphetamine or whatever.
You know what that can do for us?
Combined with soap.
That's exactly how it is too. It's funny.
Or make a lighter out of like a piece of paper somehow.
Yeah.
And they just flick it like they're a magician.
Make matches out of like cotton.
It's fucked up.
They get it. They get it.
It's like MacGyver, man.
Hmm.
Yeah.
MacGyver was the man.
Don't ever count out human ingenuity
I think we need to put like MacGyver and like Bear Grylls.
in a cage and like have them fight to the death.
It's a good
Put
idea.
put him in like an alternate like society,
Put
like
'em in the woods.
like a full town, like a ghost town or something.
Yeah.
And then with like woods too, and make them just like find each other, use like the surroundings to like fight to the death.
I think Bear Grylls would win because he exists. And
There
MacGyver doesn't.
you go. But what if he did?
If he did,
Checkmate.
Checkmate.
If he did, checkmate. I got nothing to say.
There we go. All right.
He's basically a
that's soft.
superhero
Yeah.
at that point. It's
Super
like comparing
brain.
a real person to a superhero.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like piece of string and a piece of duct tape. We'll jump out of this 4-story window, no problem.
Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, no, you're right though. That would be like matching a superhero with like somebody real, because he really, like, there was nothing he couldn't get out of, no
Yeah.
matter what. But that's because there was always something there for him.
Just look around.
And back to the whole like movie and TV set,
Yeah.
podcasts are real and shit like that isn't. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Facts.
But yeah, you're so into it, and it's like, well, why don't we just like learn shit rather than like watching this bullshit that they like spent all this time to like, I don't know. But then again, they spent all the time, but like, I don't know, entertainment just developed into something that it never really should have been.
Yeah, I know.
We got stupid with it.
Yeah, well, I've wished that people, like, they make something stupid and then they just kind of ease you into the good stuff.
Yeah.
The good. Teach you some things, make you think a little bit. Like, oh, well, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I never thought of it that way.
Exactly. No, yeah, we should have just had a bunch of comedians, man. We should have never had like, hey, let's like imagine if this happened. Let's like make up this story, and
Yeah.
then we'll like act it out, and it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It's like, no, why don't we just like say something funny? It'll be interesting. Or
Yeah.
like, talk about something interesting, and then it'll be interesting, or show something interesting.
Yeah, it all just depends what you want to do, I guess.
Definitely, yeah.
We need to bring back storytellers.
Yeah. You
That's
gotta sit around the fire at night and
That's the only way you learn things.
listen to the
Yeah.
stories.
Listen to some old person.
Yeah, but could you imagine if there was just never like TV shit, like never like cartoons or like movies or anything?
It'd be
just
weird.
we just had like normal like people like talking or like trying to entertain you, or storytellers or something like that. We'd be so much smarter, I feel like.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well,
So much
maybe,
fun.
maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
Because, like,
Maybe that's why we're funnier. Is because we're just watching like all this funny shit since
Fake
we're a little
shit, yeah.
kid. And
The imagination. You're right. The imagination in it is a whole nother aspect, I guess.
yeah. I mean, just, like, look at Family Guy. It's just joke after joke after joke
Yeah.
after joke after
Yep.
joke. Constant.
rapid fire.
Yeah. And then I guess that's where people think racist shit is funny. They'd have a context.
And I guess if you really think about it, I guess, like TV shows or even cartoons, all that, it is really just a comedian, except now he's just using technology
Yeah. I
to,
mean, that's
to
like
portray his comedy instead of his normal.
the only
talk.
comedian that I know of who doesn't have a podcast is Louis C.K. Or maybe he does. I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's been on some though.
Yeah, probably.
That's the thing. So it's like
He works real hard on comedy.
he does. He's good.
He throws away like an hour's worth of material and just starts over every single year.
Yeah. He
'Cause
puts
he's a
everything on.
Fucking lunatic.
Yeah. Puts everything on fucking video.
I've
Yeah,
thought
he's very
about
good.
the whole open mic thing, just going up there, because I've written jokes. If I'm doing it, I gotta go all out.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I've,
yeah,
like,
that's
Apparently you gotta do it.
Yeah,
Apparently
you
this guy
can't
was helping me.
half-ass something like that. It's kind of, even this podcast, like you can't just like say, oh, let's start a podcast, and we've talked about that a lot. Like you have to be in it. Same as like being like a musician. Like you gotta like put in as much as much time, as much effort, as much everything into that. You gotta be serious about it. Or otherwise, you're never gonna get to a point where it's gonna like pay off, or you're gonna be like satisfied
Yeah.
doing it.
I mean, even just trying to do it and failing
Is it-
sounds
yeah.
so much better than just
Exactly.
meandering. Just like, oh, I'm an electrician.
like
gonna
that's
keep
something I
going.
could do. but that's what I don't know, I've been trying a lot of new things in my life too, but it's because it's kind of exactly like that. You just think about it, it's like, well, I could do that, and then we just like don't, and it's like, well, why
Yeah.
the hell don't we just do these? If we don't like it, we can just stop.
Yeah.
Imagine
And
if
then
I
we
was
could do
like the
something
best
else.
at it.
Yeah, exactly.
And he didn't even fucking try. He's like, I can't be a photographer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like you get,
Take ridiculous pictures and you're like, oh, apparently I can.
and all these
Yeah.
companies want to like hire you all of a sudden, and you're like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Psych.
Yeah.
Won't know until you fucking try, guys.
Really though. But yeah, it's not something you can just a lot of the, especially like career choices like that, like I don't know, anything like that, you can't just like, oh, I guess I'll try this for like a week, and like, no, you gotta like, I'm gonna like try that. I'm gonna like
Jump into the deep end.
yeah,
and, like,
exactly. You can't. Yeah, don't try to step your way into the pool. Just jump in.
Yeah,
Go on the slide.
Yeah. Just jump in. You'll learn how to swim eventually.
Uh-huh.
If you want to stay alive, you got to swim.
Yeah, because in this sense, you won't actually die. It'll just be really bad.
Yeah, it'll just be sad, which is a little death, isn't it?
Yeah, hit your pride, but
Yeah, exactly.
how big, much does that really matter in the
Yeah,
grand scheme of things?
I mean, it doesn't.
and you can change how that matters to you. That's the thing. That's the power of your mind.
Yeah, man.
No.
If it matters 1 minute, it doesn't need to continue to matter.
Yeah.
Not to you, anyway.
I've been doing that, like, I'm going to be honest, only for, like, the past week, probably. I'm just like, what the, like, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah,
Like, I
really.
even had second thoughts about, like, coming here. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking
No,
matter.
exactly. Yeah, no, I've been doing the same shit, man. It's
It's
like,
like something in my brain said I wanted to do it, so I'm just gonna do it.
yeah, why
Yeah.
the hell not?
I don't care if half my brain says I don't want to do it. There's half my brain that says it wants to do it, so it's just like you might as well just. Like,
Yeah, it's more positive. What am I going to be doing? Just drinking beer at my house,
Mhm.
playing video games,
Yeah.
or doing bullshit.
That's what the old expression's like. Bad day fishing's better than good day sitting at home.
Yeah, there's also a beach saying like that. It's like a bad day at the beach is better than a good day at work.
There's probably a lot
Bro.
of them.
Same concept,
I
yeah.
think bro was at the end of it.
Bro. He's like,
Probably.
Probably.
That's
It's
like the
gotta be.
bumper sticker I saw.
Comma, bro. Because, surfers care about grammar.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally.
Surfers, man. We're talking about.
That's the only sport that you gain a dialect after doing it.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
It's
yeah.
like, cha! Totally.
Dude, that's funny. No, surfing's awesome. I always wanted to like, yeah. That's one of those things. Like, we could try to do it.
Yeah, man, why not?
Surfing's like water flying.
Yeah, that's how I see it, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This same as like snowboarding too. I like that. Like, same concepts. It's like something totally crazy that like is so easy for you to like try to do, but
Yeah.
it's
Snow
So-
flying.
you gotta like
So
actually
funny.
want to. That you gotta like commit to it. You can't, especially like something like surfing. You gotta get a surfboard.
Yeah.
You
And then
can't
gotta
just like
fucking drive all the way to the goddamn beach.
yeah. And that's the other thing. If you don't live near a beach, then you're
Mhm.
screwed. But you should probably pick something else or just move or something. But
Something.
I know, like snowboarding or something, it's like we don't, we're not in a crazy cold place, but like we could just go to the mountains and fucking go snowboarding, and
Yeah.
that's something that, a lot of people do, and it's like they have a lot of fun, but it's also one of those things that you think about, you're like, oh yeah, that's something we could do, but then you just wind up like sitting at your house and
Not
Yeah.
doing it.
not doing anything. Yeah.
Just watching
You
other
push
people
the
do it on
thought to the
YouTube.
back of your mind.
Yeah, I mean, plus everybody has so much other stuff going on. So you think about something like that and you're just like, okay, yeah, but then I gotta like plan it. I gotta like finish with this, and by the time I do that, I gotta get
Yeah.
up for work tomorrow.
Well, if you think about everything, you're gonna get fucking overwhelmed.
exactly, and that's like you're saying, it doesn't matter. Let's just go do it, and then
Yeah.
when you get back, you'll be back, and then you can just figure out what you gotta do then.
Yeah.
Earth will still be spinning.
We're all just floating through space, guys. On a rock.
Every day you just gotta be thankful it rocked and smash you in the head.
Yeah. Oh my god, man.
So
I think it's a fucking miracle that anything is ever happening at all, man.
Yeah, really.
the fact that anything is happening at all is a good thing, because we could just be
Yeah.
elements.
Yeah, you remember World War II, man? Me neither.
Yeah. You remember the Ice Age?
Yeah.
Yeah,
me
I don't
neither.
either. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. How many ice ages were there? There's like the world has like ended. Like how
Who
many times?
knows, man?
Exactly. So it's like what's to say it's not gonna like end tomorrow, or
Yeah.
maybe
Who's
we'll
to
live.
say?
Maybe we'll live through it. But
Maybe Bill Nye will tell us.
live through it. Maybe
Emergency
we'll die.
podcast on Facebook. It's like, watch out, there's an asteroid coming at us. And
Yeah.
he's the only one who told us.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
Bill.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the asteroid.
Yeah.
It makes the fucking sound from the theme song. That's the last thing that we hear.
Oh shit. That's some good shit though. I don't know. I think it's funny. Bill Nye even like fucking came. I didn't know he was only like 60. He's like 61.
Really?
I thought he was
that
getting
old.
so much older, man.
Really? I thought he was ageless.
I thought he was gonna live forever.
Yeah.
He had to
Doesn't
be like
look like he's
200
aged
by
that
now.
much. Yeah. So what was he, like 30?
He's
One-
basically
That's what I guess. Yeah, that's what I
Shit.
mean. Something like that, because he was around way before I was born, and he didn't. I don't know. Yeah, he didn't seem. He seemed older though. He seemed so much older when I was a kid. I felt
It's
like.
the lab coat.
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
got
I
to.
don't do it.
It's the.
back
It's
then
all
when
the
you were a little
knowledge.
kid. Anyone who was like 35 looked old to
You're
you,
right.
probably.
Yeah. It's funny. You see like 20-some-year-olds, and you think they were like this like super grown-up adult, and now we're like 20-some-year-olds, and it's like, oh.
Yeah. It's like
Still
you still look
happens.
like you're fucking 15 just with a beard.
Exactly. Yeah. You still got a ways to go here.
I think about that all the time. It's like people used to look so old, and now
Yeah.
we just don't
I
at
just
all.
look like a kid still.
My parents don't even look that old anymore. So I'm getting there,
Yeah.
nipping at their heels, man.
That's funny.
One of my biggest fears, man, is a midlife crisis, because I feel like you can't control that shit. It's just gonna happen.
I
Like
know.
something's gonna click in your brain. You're gonna buy a Corvette. You're gonna
just
cheat
like,
on your wife.
Yeah. You're just
I'll
gonna. Dude,
be around the same time your hair falls out.
Yep.
yeah, that's another crazy thing, man. What happens in their mind that makes them just like.
They have the thought that they probably didn't do enough.
That's
Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
When they're halfway
like,
through their life,
regretting.
supposedly.
They're like, well,
Yeah.
I'm like 45, and I see other people who are like 25 having the time of their life. And
Yeah.
they're like, I never did that.
I
Yeah.
always thought about that too. Like, I don't know, I work with a bunch of like people that are older than me, and it's like I always think about like they're listening to me like talking about all these things I'm doing. It's like, how many of them like wish they were doing that right now? Like,
Every
wish
single
they
one, man.
could, yeah. And like, cause half of them couldn't even do half the stuff that like I do, and it's like, or that somebody does, and it's like, I wonder how much that affects them, and so, or if they've just accepted it, or I'm sure it's different per person, but imagine if it just super bothered you, and you had to just every day, every person you talked to that was younger, you just thought about like, I wish I could just do that, and you can't.
Yeah.
I gotta suck. But then again, it's all your mind, your mind state.
Yeah.
They're kind of allowing it to allowing themselves to think in that way almost. Yeah, I mean, you can't direct your mind to what you want to avoid, but if you start thinking in a depressed sort of way like that, you can kind of, if you're aware of it, or you can become aware of it, and you can kind of try to turn it around yourself.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm doing the comedy thing. It's such an unrealistic goal.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
I know. Yeah.
I think I'm funny. Maybe other people do. I don't really.
See. I mean, that comes with this podcast even. Like, how many people out there you really think want to just listen to a bunch of us sit in a room and have the conversation that we'd be having regardless?
I feel like a lot more people do because
Than you'd think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
And that's
nobody's
what I mean.
actually having conversations.
And that's what I mean. It's like when I first heard about it, wasn't that long ago that I first heard about a podcast. I didn't even know what a podcast was that long ago. 6-7 months ago, I'd say. I had no idea what what a podcast even was. This guy showed me one, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And I just kept watching podcasts, and now it's I realized what it could do, and I realized how much fun we could have with it. Just all the possibilities with it. But it's you gotta do
Yeah,
it.
it gives a reason for people to actually talk to each other.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like if I saw you I don't know, at the fucking grocery store, post office,
Yep.
cliche place, I'm not gonna talk to you about this stuff in line.
Yeah. Yeah, no, not in you're standing in a line or something. No, you gotta be actually hanging out with somebody, or with somebody one-on-one or something. And that's kind of the problem. That's why people don't do it, because we're never in a place where we're not being interrupted by this, and we gotta worry about this and take care of this.
Yeah.
So it's that's part of the problem with society. That's why we don't have good conversations anymore. We don't have the time and shit. But it's like really,
everyone has the time.
yeah, but no,
Everyone has
everybody
the
has
time.
the time. But that's what I'm saying. That's kind of how we're like. That's how we're acting, and it's like it's not
Mhm.
how it is.
Yeah.
We can just sit down. You know, I'm a busy guy, and like, it's not. This isn't taking a chunk out of my day.
Yeah.
So it's time.
I mean,
But-
I wish I had more time to like do shit like this.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I wish there was some like more hours in the day, dude. It would be perfect. If we
You
just had a couple
need
more
some
hours.
sponsors, man.
Yeah.
Drop some
Yep.
some of that sponsor
Hey,
money.
we're
That's what we
working.
need.
We're working on it, man. We're
See.
definitely growing.
Yeah,
It's pretty impressive. I'm actually really excited about it.
that's awesome, man. Stamps.com or some shit like that.
Yeah, you could add all sorts of different sponsors. The small companies are like the best way to go because they're people just like you who decided to start something new,
Yeah,
just like we're talking about, and they're not, chances are they're not getting a lot of support, or at least enough support that they should be getting. So,
yeah,
and it's like they're obviously gonna want help with that. So that's kind of like the best way to go. It's like help out those small companies, and you can help yourself out at the same time.
It's mutual.
Yep. And you can always pick companies that you like. Pick companies that you like the products or something like that. That way, you're not just like selling stuff just to like make money. You're also like helping, whether it be helping people with some products or like just a fun thing to whatever it may be.
yeah.
There's so many different routes you could go with it. Be so beneficial in so many different ways.
Yeah,
It's nice when you support the products that or like you believe in the products that you support, like on your website and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
they're actually like good. It's not like, oh, they're just paying me a bunch of money, so I'll say they're good.
yeah.
It's like, I trust. Like it's kind of like a trust thing, basically.
Yep.
It's like I'm a real person. I'm letting you know that I'm a real person, and as a real person, I say this is something that I would use.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just walk hand in hand together
Exactly. That's what we should all do.
into
As
success.
society, that sounded like some like corny fucking greeting card.
Oh shit.
So what's the bathroom break type of?
Yeah, if you gotta go, it's upstairs. If you just want to walk up, that's
Okay.
fine.
I don't know if it's like a pause.
Nah.
No,
All right.
no,
keep
you
it
can just
flowing.
go. Yeah, we'll just keep the conversation flowing.
Mhm.
But yeah, just go up the stairs, turn to your left, and walk straight till you find it.
I'll look for the room at the toilet.
Yeah, exactly. Not very hard.
That's one of the one with the washer though.
So what's up, man?
Fireman Frankie.
Oh yeah, I got fire training tomorrow. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Be
put a
crazy.
fire out.
I don't know what we're gonna be doing. They'll make the course, but it's always crazy. From what I understand, we're gonna be using the burn building, so kind of just like fills with smoke kind of thing. And I don't know, air packs. We're gonna go over air packs.
You've never like suited up or anything.
I've suited up, but not for nothing like that. Yeah, I'm
You
fairly,
just put it on to put it on.
fairly new. Yeah, well, yeah, for a couple of different things, but I haven't actually gone to this site to train yet. It's fairly new to it, so
Mm-mm.
but it's gonna be fun. I'm excited for it.
That's dope. I would like to try
Gonna
something
learn
like
a lot.
that.
It's just
Sounds
cool.
intense.
Like, I don't know. My first training was CPR, first aid. Just to have that, it's like cool.
Mhm.
Like more people should get it, but they don't. But I don't know. I like it. Something I'm into.
Even just like, so you're probably gonna be like training under like pressure kind of thing. So
Oh,
it's just,
absolutely.
like,
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
tomorrow's all about. Especially, yeah.
So it's like most people don't know how to deal with like pressure or
Yep.
anything like that. Like say something like crazy happened, you're in a building. It's just like most people just be like, oh my god.
Yep. And that's the important part about firefighters. I mean,
That's
Like-
like first responders and shit like that.
Yep.
It's just like deal with like crazy people.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
so that's just like everyone does. It's just like panics under stress.
Mhm.
But trained people know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
So I
And that's what the training's all about. Yeah, it's impressive, especially like the course. Imagine like having to put those courses together to teach those things.
Mm-hmm.
It's impressive.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
think I
saying.
met your mom.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, not me. I just
Yeah.
how.
How?
We're just talking. I have
Can I grab one of them?
I work at
Label out. Label out.
We're drinking brews. It's alright, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We're drinking racist beer. We're not.
Why do you
He
say
says,
that?
"Well, wait, we're not racist." He's like,
You
"Well,
mentioned that earlier. Why do you say
Because they gave like
what you got?
Donald Trump support.
What kind of beer is that?"
Yingling?
Oh, okay.
Singling.
So Yingling supports Donald Trump, so that makes them racist.
No, I just think it makes them stupid.
You don't
Beer's
like Donald
good.
Trump?
But how does
What's there to like about him?
how
I'm
does a
sorry.
brewery go about like making it known that they
Well,
support?
it's just an American company, so
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what
America's
you're
oldest brewery.
saying. I thought like there
Yeah.
was something specific that like they like came out and gave a shout out to Donald Trump.
Good old Donnie T.
I think.
A
Well,
Cheeto dusted scrotum. Sorry.
I mean, we should have probably tried with Bernie.
Oh,
fucked
God.
it. We
It's
should-
America's grandpa.
Bernie. I don't know,
Coulda.
it's hard to say,
We
man.
fucked her up.
There's a
Yeah,
big-
it's so many, like, it's like kind of like one of those things you're like, I wish I wouldn't have went to the club because then I wouldn't have got drunk, and then if I didn't get drunk, I wouldn't have drove home drunk, and then if I didn't have drove home drunk, I would have got arrested, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you have no idea, like,
Yeah, it
maybe
could have gone
Bernie-
really bad.
maybe Bernie would have gotten power, and then like horns would have started growing out of his head, and like the apocalypse, lava would have started raining down from
Yeah.
the sky.
And you know, you could be wrong about Trump too. You
That's
know,
what I'm
he
saying.
could be the
Yeah.
he could be the angel.
hmm
Like if I was in a coma for 3 years and I woke up and America was the greatest country in the world again,
Yeah.
and like
You
we got
wouldn't be
hover
pissed.
cars, I wouldn't be upset. I'm just like, how the fuck did he do that?
Yeah. What?
Proved me wrong.
Shit.
But then, like in the distance, you see like Muslim slaves or something. It's like, well, I guess it's not all good.
Yeah, you can't make it perfect, man. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
it's
something.
impossible. I just like there's so much politics stuff. That's
Oh my
just like
God, yeah.
I hate everybody now. It's annoying.
Yeah,
Like-
no, that's what it's the. I got this certain way of like doing things, no
Fake
matter
way
who
of
it is now.
talking.
It's like,
Yeah, like the new sexuality thing. Like if you feel it, go for it
Yeah,
or whatever.
I
You just
know,
need
right?
a little. You need some time for people to catch up a little bit. Gender fluid. I don't even know what queer means anymore.
Yeah.
Apparently, it means something else now.
yeah, who the hell knows? I try to stay away from those
I'm
words
like-
in
I'm like-
public.
In my dumb lizard brain, I'm just like, I don't. What?
People give power
That
to
is
words.
something funny. I don't know, not funny. I shouldn't have said that, but like it's something like crazy. Like people are just, it's a sudden change. Like obviously, you go back 10 years, this was not a thing
Yeah.
to the extent that it is now. And, I'm not saying I have a problem with it, but like, some of the people that seem like they have a problem with it, or I think they're just more just, it's like such a change to them that,
Yeah.
and I feel like people are going against it in such a going against those people in such a hard way. It's like you guys like that's their opinion. Just let you know,
Yeah.
you have your opinion. Let them have their opinion. You just like sprang this up. It's like not them personally, but it was a fast change, and I mean
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it, but I do feel like
It's just becomes a little like toxic when people are just like calling each other names. Like, oh, you're
yeah, exactly.
like the liberal people are like, oh, you're a racist, you're a misogynist, you're
Yeah.
this, you're that,
Yeah,
and then
I know it's
you're
like
just like you're and
shouldn't
then
even be a thing.
Well,
yeah.
it just comes back to like the nice person type thing. It's just like a nice person, like, or like a decent person doesn't like, I don't care, like if you like fucking mutilate yourself, like cut your arms off and like pretend that you're like a T-Rex or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be like, okay, I'm definitely not gonna do that, and I
Yeah.
definitely like don't want my children to do that because it's
Is this a metaphor, man?
but
That's what I'm saying.
that's what I'm saying.
It's a
Whatever you
metaphor.
whatever you choose
Yeah.
to do with yourself, it's like I don't care. But it's just like that's just because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
But it's like almost like this thing where people are like, I don't know, they don't even want to have the conversation, so they just want it to be like not a thing.
Yeah.
They just-
I think we
They-
should just have a conversation about having a conversation. That's a good start.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like people sit down.
Let's just start with that, guys. Like, come on, ladies and
Just-
gentlemen.
Yeah. Just like, don't you guys just want to get along? Yeah, we do. But we think you're stupid.
See, exactly.
And then
Well, it's
conversation over.
You can disagree with like people that you like, so it's just like,
Mhm.
why can you like?
Exactly.
It's like,
Yes.
okay, you're doing something. Maybe like I don't agree with it for like based off of like science or based off of like
Yeah,
my
whatever.
own belief.
You're just
like,
opinion. Yeah, even.
That's what I'm saying, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you just gotta kind of respect it. And
As long as like you don't like hate me for not like agreeing, and like I
That's the
don't
other
hate
thing,
you
yeah.
for like thinking that what you're doing is stupid or whatever.
Mhm.
Whatever personal life choice that you choose.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I feel like people, they want their opinion to be what other people believe also, and it's like you gotta just have your opinion.
It's like they want to just like shut down the conversation entirely, so like nobody has to worry about how like I'll fix this type of thing. Where it's just like no, you don't. It's not just like black and white.
Yeah.
Things like black and white, and people want it to be
Yeah.
desperately.
Yeah, everyone wants to be right, man. It's so
that's
bad. Everyone
They
just
really do.
has to be right.
It's bad. You ever get in a conversation with somebody who like
You know that you're never gonna
who,
convince them.
Yeah, no matter what, like even if it's like about a fact too, like
Yeah.
you know that this is right, and like they got this stupid way of thinking about it, but you can't like change their mind. They're just so stuck. Some people are like that. It bothers
People
me.
should just deal with it like they deal with like their grandparents and like religion or something.
Yeah,
They're just like
grandparents.
it's like
Okay, grandma.
I'll
whatever
let you
say.
live your lie, grandma. I'll let you live your lie.
Yeah, pretty
Grandma,
much.
don't say that about the Mexicans. They're
Yeah.
nice people.
And then she's like, I'm sure some of them are nice people, but then they're rapists and
That Trump tells me.
he's a smart man, that guy.
Oh shit.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's just my opinion. I just like he's just like a walking Cheeto encrusted turd.
Yeah, with like dyed hair.
I just like I wish he would just be able to talk. You
My
know?
whole thing, like, it's just like after all this happens, I hope there's like a real change. So it's just like,
yeah.
it's like, all right, obviously this system that we have is flawed because this, like, even not even that he was like the president, like the choices that we were presented with, he was the best choice.
Yeah.
Well, I think it'll ultimately come down to like
He ended up being the best choice out of a couple of different people. Not
Yeah.
even
when they look at like the longer term like aspects of that, they're gonna like start to realize like how come like we're just progressively getting more towards people that are like, oh, we're gonna do this and this, and then it like turns out terrible. So like they're gonna start to get like see a trend there. I feel like that's the way it would go if anyway, because like I don't know, we're just so stupid with that, you know.
Yeah.
How they got their system, and that's the system, and then it's gonna work. And even they don't even like pay attention, I feel like, to whether like what's not working.
Yeah.
we need like a bunch of presidents.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
They should not. That's what I don't understand. Dictatorship has one leader, and then we're
That's
not.
what I
We're the
was
opposite
thought.
of a dictatorship, but we have one leader.
Yeah. Well, we're supposed to have like a cabinet or whatever, just
Well,
a bunch
yeah.
of people who make certain decisions
And
for
we
certain
do,
things.
but it's like when it comes down to it, what like they're all about like the way it looks in politics. Well, how does that look?
yeah.
You got one guy that you're saying is the most important, or the most, he's the president, he's the leader essentially, even though we have like a group that does all that. It's still problematic, I feel like.
Oh yeah, totally. Everything's so bad, man. Well, it's not bad. It's not bad.
No,
It's not as bad.
no, it could,
As a
no,
lot of
we're
people say it
definitely
is.
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, we're talking in like an American point of view, but like
Yeah.
People will say bad, but they're comparing like we're not like at absolute luxury, so like things are starting to get bad.
yeah,
I don't have anybody rubbing my feet anymore, so it's starting to get real bad. It's like no, not being real bad is like we don't have to like worry about like survival. We have like food like offered at all times. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that hard to like make a living. Like there should be like what our standards for like calling our life good are, not like I don't have to do anything like type of thing. It's just like
yeah. A lot of people are. There's a lot of people like just taking advantage of certain like, like whether like I don't know, welfare, like something like that. Like just there's a lot of misuses of
Oh yeah.
certain.
Well, that'll happen.
Good things
I mean,
that we have.
I feel like for
Oh,
every one person who's taking advantage of welfare, there's 20 people who actually need it, and they're
Yeah,
using
Exactly.
it and
Yeah.
stuff.
And that. Yep. It's a problem.
Yeah.
I feel like most of the time with those type of things where they try to like demonize like people, if you give them guns they'll kill people, it's just like most everybody who has a gun like are just civilized human
That's
beings.
what I mean. Yeah.
And then you're
Yeah.
you shouldn't make like exceptions for like the minority, or you know what I'm saying, like
exactly.
it like barely happens, but you're bringing it up in like
Yeah.
a debate or something as if it's like this is what's going to happen, this is
And-
yeah.
Yeah, and really like the illegal guns is the issue.
Yeah.
That's what it all comes down to. It's like, wait, taking, not that you were specifically talking
No,
about
yeah, I'm
that.
saying.
You were giving it as an example.
I
Yeah,
was
but
just being broad.
it was a good conversation part.
Yeah.
It's like something that pisses me off. It's like I always see these things like against the Second Amendment, and it's like,
Yeah.
but it's like when you break it down, yeah, like you were saying, a lot of the problems that we have with guns are illegal guns, or drug or gang wars or something like that, which is all like separate issues.
Yeah.
And then you have all the people that like actually have a gun, that would normally buy a gun. They're like hunting or like protecting themselves, like we supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well,
So
like
it's
most of the people who commit violent gun crimes are
Exactly, yeah.
people who have histories of violent crimes
Yeah.
already.
exactly. And
Yeah.
how do they get that gun? Because we have rules against getting a gun if
Alright,
you have
so
to.
now you just like think of a different, like an alternate dimension like Earth where there's no guns. Now all there is machetes. You think
Exactly.
people would just be like
Yeah. People
Like
will just
the-
start getting chopped up.
people would be getting hacked up. People they'd be throwing rocks at each other and shit. Like
Yeah.
people would
It doesn't even need to be weapons. They'll find
the
something.
people who are
Stone Age, they're having like protests against rocks.
they're trying to outlaw 'em.
You can't pick up rocks. What are you doing?
Outlawing blades, like edges on things.
It's like, that stick. No. Why did you just break that stick? That's too sharp. What?
Yeah.
Put that down.
Outlawing daggers or swords.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
That's where it'd be. That's where it'd be the exact same
We're
thing.
crazy, man. Guys, we are in a crazy place.
Yeah, man.
Crazy society.
I'm glad to be here.
America.
America. Yeah.
Caw, bald eagle.
So, not to get jump subjects here, I would go back to your comedy thing. So, like,
Okay.
what do you have like a goal like in mind, like long term, or like as far as like?
I want to be like a comedy writer.
Okay. Wow.
For like
Overall.
a sitcom or like
That's
a
awesome.
TV. Or
Preferably not a sitcom.
Like, I just said like that, like referring to
Yeah.
TV.
I don't want to be like the next writer of King of Queens or some shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, that'd be.
But like,
okay.
I mean,
Everybody
if I,
hates
if I
Raymond.
get it, everybody hates Raymond.
Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
loves Chris.
It's like that's just like one of those things, you just if you keep working at it, it's one of the you're learning the stuff. That's the best part. It's not just a skill, it's you're learning things. So it's like as long as you stay serious about it,
Yeah.
I don't have any doubt that
I mean,
you can do
There's
it.
a lot of avenues you could take it if you
Yeah,
really
that's-
wanted
that's
to.
the other
I
thing.
mean, if I wanted to do like the whole improv thing
Mhm.
or whatever, like the last class that I took, it was like about acting.
Okay.
I was just
I don't like it. I don't like acting.
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't.
That's
wanna
what I
be
was
an
just about to
actor.
ask you actually, because considering your choice of what you want to do
Yeah.
or what you'd prefer to do, like was that like an issue? Obviously, like starting out, that was something you didn't like, was the being in front of people and stuff like that.
Well, I'm a big fan of myself, so when I make a joke, I can't help but laugh at it.
Okay, and
And
that's the
it's-
problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just gotta like get better at it.
Okay. Yeah. Just
I
get more comfortable. Yeah. With
Yeah.
with
The
the
reason I'm saying this is because I think it's funny.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I just gotta stop laughing at myself. 'Cause I just,
You think you
it's
could do
bad, man.
You
That's
think you
funny.
could ever do like a open mic night? You think that's in the future? Or
Yeah.
anything like
I'm
that?
gonna try one.
That's what's up. Yeah.
I
From what
hope
I've heard
nobody that I
from-
know is there.
From ever like every comedian like from like podcast I listen to, like that's just like where you like grow as a comedian. It's like those open mic nights. It's like
Oh yeah.
throwing yourself to the wolves.
Yeah, you're gonna
basically.
eat shit.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna eat shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what everyone says too. There's a lot of times where you just like try some new material and you bomb, or you just like
Yeah.
you don't say it right. Like
I kind of
Yeah.
hope
Just-
I bomb. I think it's funny when people bomb.
just record it That's the only thing I would say is like, make sure you got that shit recorded and like, see where the people are laughing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Well,
you can use
a lot of it
to
isn't
learn.
necessary. It's all about timing. Like
Mhm.
it's cadence, and it's kind of like a song almost. You just
Yeah.
got to say it in a certain way.
Yep.
Well, that's like some people. There's different types of like styles of comedy.
Yeah.
There's like the
Oh yeah.
like how you're saying with the cadence. There's like certain like the almost like Jeff Foxworthy where it's like they want to be hit with like the
Oh god.
like
I see what you mean. Yeah.
but like how they are expecting the you're a redneck is like they're just like you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
It's hacky. I'm sure that's why you're laughing. It's hacky as
It's-
shit.
I don't like it. Jeff
Yeah.
Dunham, I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah, he just takes an act on the road, but he does something different, kind of. So I mean, you
Yeah,
can't
that
hate
yeah.
him.
That is a little.
You
different,
really
but-
can't hate him.
I
But
can't hate him, but like it's just
It's hacky a little bit.
Yeah, everybody has their individual style.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on what you're trying to do. Yeah,
Mhm.
but that's that's really cool though.
Yeah,
think it's
I
pretty
mean,
sweet.
all comedy is just like taking the most animalistic tendencies of the human race and just
Yeah.
being like, here you go.
Absolutely, yeah. But no, I mean, if you ever get to the point where you're more comfortable, you want to try to actually do something with me, with it, let me know. We'll get you back on the podcast, get you out there if
can
that's
promote
what
it.
if that's
Yeah.
what you're looking to do, man. Go to those open mic nights, get in here. We'll not that that's like a very recent, I mean, soon coming thing that you're looking into, but whatever
Yeah.
it may be.
I mean, I'm gonna be in Philly a lot. And they have like a little street for comedy. They got like a
that's what's
comedy
up.
club across the street from where I take the
Okay.
classes and shit like that.
Yeah.
And like coming up with people, it makes it a lot easier. So I'm hoping to make some friends. Be like, do you want to
Yeah.
eat shit with me? Yeah, let's go eat shit. Let's
Absolutely.
go across the street.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's the best way to do it.
Camaraderie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially in a class. Yeah, you're in a great place for that kind of a thing. So
Yeah.
utilize what you got. Yeah,
I mean, it's gonna be fun.
definitely. Yeah.
I
No
I'm-
doubt.
Sounds like fun, man.
I say that everybody should do it. A lot of people feel weird about it.
No, yeah.
But it's so
I see
welcoming
exactly.
and comforting
Yeah.
and shit like that. I wouldn't be able to be here to like talk to you guys
Oh yeah.
without doing that shit. I had like such bad social anxiety, man. It was terrible.
I
Yeah.
leveled you out a little bit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because
Yeah,
before
no.
I'd be like, I don't know if like anybody wants to hear me talk
Yeah,
or
no,
whatever.
I was. Yeah,
now
shit,
you just
I was
think
the same
I
way.
don't give a shit if
Yeah,
they don't want to hear me
fuck
talk. They're
it.
going to hear me talk.
Rock it.
Yeah. I got some shit to say.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
A lot of people have that kind of an issue, and it's like, say what's on your mind. And I mean that goes back to our conversation talks. It's like it's part of the problem of why we don't have good conversation. It's like
Yeah.
people don't want to like give their opinion. They don't want to like disappoint you or something. They they don't want to say the wrong thing, or
Yeah.
you just say what the hell is on your mind. And that's part of doing that.
Yeah, even if people won't like it, I think one of the best parts about being a human is just like being have
Being
the
individual.
having the ability to even change your mind.
Yes.
Change
oh my
your
God, yeah.
point of view. Like somebody gives you like some sort of point of view or whatever,
Yeah.
and then it can immediately change your mind.
Yep.
Like they had this thing on NPR or whatever. That's the whitest thing I've ever said. They had this thing on NPR, and and it was like they had people go around and they were like, "How do you feel about abortion?" They're like, 10 against, don't want it at all to happen. And the person who was going around asking these questions actually had to have an abortion, and she like told her the
Oh, wow.
story and everything. Just completely flipped around. Like, all right, I'm a 1. I'm for it.
Wow.
They trapped them into their fucking answer.
Yeah, yeah.
Hardcore.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. That's it is kind of a trap. Just
They
like,
did, yeah.
are you gonna be an asshole? I'm just
Yeah,
not.
that's another thing. How many of those people said 1 afterwards just because they didn't want to be the dick to say
Yeah.
10?
Well, they're on NPR, man.
All right.
That's funny.
After the next break, we're gonna reveal racism on the streets.
Martin Luther King?
We'll find out after the break.
Shit. That's funny. No, but yeah, this is awesome, man. I'm glad you came in and talked. You'll have to get you back in here, man.
Oh, we winding down?
Well, yeah, we're gonna close her down soon. We just hit an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh,
ladies
seriously?
and gentlemen.
It goes quick.
That's good.
Wow.
Yep.
That was fun, man. I will do this again
Absolutely.
for sure.
Good. Yeah, we're gonna get you back in here. It's a good one.
Stay in
I
contact.
hope the listeners like
yeah.
it.
I hope you liked our guest on the podcast. We had Jack Williams on. Eric Williams.
It's actually Eric. My brother's name is Jack.
Fuck that up.
I have a twin, everybody.
Psych.
There's another one of me out there.
No, but yeah, we'll definitely. I'll be in touch. We'll get you back on here. It was really fun.
Yeah, I mean, what if this is the one that takes you off?
Yeah, what if this
It
is
will
the one,
be.
man?
Yeah, that would be
It's-
crazy.
They're all gonna be
It's
great.
not if, it's
Yeah,
when.
it's not if.
I get
We're doing
signed
it.
on to like according to Jim too or something.
All right, see you guys.
God bless.